Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Scott, how's it going?
How we doing, Bill? How we doing?
I can't complain. Can't complain. How was
Another
your Wednesday?
Wednesday.
How was your Wednesday?
Wednesday's good. Wednesday's good. Just working on some videos over here and getting amped for our live as I do every Wednesday. How about yourself?
Same here. Just looking at a couple of notes and things like that. And uh, it sounds like they're having some kind of wildfire down in Texas.
Oh,
So, I'm trying to keep an eye on that a little bit because we got a couple of friends down in Texas.
definitely.
So, other than that, no, doing good.
I did not know about that. I will have to read up on that after we get off our live. I had no idea.
Yeah, somebody had just put something in one of my chats.
Hmm. Make sure to look at that after our live for sure.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and run down who's in the chat already. We got Cruise Nuts. Welcome in, Cruise Nuts. He's saying hello. Cruise Vet is in the house. Welcome in, Cruise Vet Adventures. Controversial Cruising has made it in the house.
Guys, trouble.
Sean, the Down Under Cruisers, they're in the house.
Sean,
People saying hello. Uncle Dave is in the house. Welcome in, Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave. Looking forward to getting your package, Uncle Dave. We actually exchanged some Alaska memorabilia. Dave actually sent me a few patches of his when he was serviced out there in Alaska, which I really appreciate. And I sent him an awesome postcard of the Northern Lights with a nice plane in the forward row front round right there. So it's like a
It
3D.
must be nice.
So thank you.
Let's see. We got Clock Family Adventures in the house. Welcome in, Clock. Shanster Travels. Welcome in. If I'm not mistaken, Shanster has a live going on right after we get off here at 8. If I'm not mistaken.
It's a
So we're gonna
trivia
make sure.
too. So
Woo-hoo-hoo. Make sure we all go over there after that to check in on that.
yes,
We got Journeys with June and Brady. Welcome in, June and Brady. And then we got Shady Brady.
Uncle Brady.
Uh, where did you get the poster of the cruise ships behind you? Let me try to remember where it's at. Right here. I ordered it from I believe Amazon. I have to look to make sure. I believe it was Amazon. It was on sale. This one is for Carnival ships. So uh, they have one for Royal that I know of, but the Carnival one was on sale like for $12 or something like that. It was like I want one.
I thought that was a Carnival freebie. I thought that was like 1 year for your gold
Okay.
membership. They gave you a poster.
Yeah. Gold? What's gold? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The Must Drill is in the house. Welcome
Uh,
in, Must Drill. Welcome in. Welcome in.
long
I
time
am Betty
ago.
J. Gathers has made it in the house. Welcome in. Keon Mills, welcome in.
Keone.
Keep
Yes, yes,
remember that
yes.
name. Remember that name, people. It's going to come up a little bit later.
That's right.
Cruising is fun anytime. Thanks for coming in, Cheryl. I appreciate you
Hey,
being
Cheryl.
here. I can't wait till the vlogs start coming out for the Mardi Gras. I believe it's Mardi Gras celebration. Mardi Gras. I can't wait to start
That
seeing the
one
vlogs from you
planned,
guys.
I think, for tomorrow. A premiere for tomorrow.
I think it's for tomorrow. Uncle Dave says the poster is awesome. Scotty Too Hottie is in the house. Welcome in, Scotty Too Hottie.
3 Scots?
Oh boy. We're not in compliance today. We're no compliance today.
No.
Betty says, Shasta Travel, hello, and thanks for the support. Sharon Rowland, welcome in. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here. Will G is in the house. Thank you for being here, Will G. Everybody saying hi, hi. Clock Family Adventures saying hi. Clock Family Adventures, Bill, Views and Cues. Actually, yes. Actually, I believe it is because I got a pick. They send a pick. You have to scratch off the ships that you've been on, and they sent like a pick with their name on it. So, Clock, you're probably right.
Mm.
I'm so glad I got Mike here watching my back. Ross, Orange Cone Vlog, welcome in. Good to have you in here, my friend.
Hey, Ross.
See Me Traveling, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by.
You see me?
And welcome in. And I gotta talk to Kurt about that. Some people say see me, and some people say CME.
Well,
And
when I first saw it, I thought it was Kurt and Marsha like explorations, but then I found out that it was See Me Traveling, which is I think that's
that was their initial. So
cool.
But I just hear it both ways, and he probably doesn't care either way.
No.
So Scott, why don't you tell people that well, let me do a little cleanup work first.
Mm-hmm.
Thank everybody for coming in here. We appreciate you being in here. And if you don't mind, we're sharing out on both channels, on my channel, Warm Strong Adventures, and also Controversial Cruising. So if you could make it over to both and like it on both, we appreciate it. It means a lot. It helps us grow as a channel and as a community. So please, if you get a chance, do that. Also, if you haven't subscribed to us, hey, why not? We both got dynamic channels over here. So come over, subscribe. It means a lot to both of us. And I see the astute tourist, Jimmy, made it in the house. And it looks like the astute tourist has given us a raid. Jimmy, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Rancida also made it in. Thank you, Rancida, for coming in. I appreciate it.
Destination
So
Fun,
Scott, Destination Fun. If I missed you, Destination Fun, I am so sorry. She just got off a live. I was in and out trying to watch her lives, and yeah, her planned pop-up live or whatever, however they call it. I don't know how you plan a pop-up. Pop-up means, hey, anyway, we won't go down that rabbit hole on this show. But a planned pop-up is something I gotta remember.
She has a planned live tomorrow for lunch, so that's
I got you. That's planned.
That's planned. That's true. That's true. But Bill, on today's show, as far as today's show goes, you know what's one of my favorite things when it comes to cruising? I know you've done about 43 cruises, give or take.
43.
43, and
I've done about
35, 36 now. And still, to this day, do you know my favorite thing when it comes to cruising?
The water, the sun, the relaxation.
That's a close second. I mean, that's definitely a close second for sure. But it's
what is it, Scott?
Taking a first-time cruiser on a cruise for the very first time. It's actually one of my favorite things to do as far as cruising goes. Have you ever taken a family member or a friend or anybody for
I took quite a few, and you're right. There's nothing like, you cruise for a long time, but it's nothing like seeing somebody else eyes wide open when they go onto a cruise ship. And then when you take them down to like one of the in the Gulf of Mexico and they see that clear water, every first timer is astounded by how clear the water is. I don't care how many times they've been to Miami Beach and South Beach. When they get down there and see that water, their eyes just light up and they just can't believe it.
It's so true. It's so true. It honestly, it gives me that rush again to see that first time cruiser's face, the first time that they step on a cruise ship and see it for the first time and are just like, this is my home for the next 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, or however long it may be that you're on the cruise. So I definitely agree. It's something that it's that adrenaline rush. I've realized it now over the years why I like taking first time cruisers, especially on their first cruise. So.
Well, it just reminds me. I like family. You know how you see, well, you don't have any kids, but if you have kids and you see them experiencing life for the first time and they're just wide-eyed and bushy-tailed and just looking at everything. I don't care how old the person is or how young the person is. When you take them on a cruise ship, I mean, they're in awe. And, even like the older ships, when you take them and they see the size of the ship, they can't believe it. The ones that hold 2,500 people, they're like, oh, this is so big. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yep. They don't know any better. You know, when you take them on, it's that experience for the first time. So everything, even the smaller ships, are still humongous and big to them.
It is. It is. I see Rock the Boat made it in. Thank you, Rock the Boat, for coming in. I appreciate it.
Welcome in, Rock the Boat.
And somebody said the booze is. What do you like most about the booze? I got you. And I think I'm down to close to the bottom. Jimmy said he bought the drink package for the first time. Cheryl says just did that with our Mardi Gras group. We had 4 first timers, and I know their eyes were just wide as could be. Just I'm like, it's like they couldn't believe what they were seeing, because I know they wanted to call it a boat, but nope, not a boat. It's a ship.
And I bet that was awesome to share with them, Cheryl, too. That was I bet that was awesome. We'll see it too on your vlogs.
Kind of like saying "see me" or "see me," but it's both initials. Yeah.
I like it.
Cruising with Keith, welcome in. Thanks for being here, my friend.
Hey, Keith.
And that was his first cruise, Jimmy's first cruise.
Definitely my first cruise.
So Scott, what was it like when you took somebody for the first time? What was it like when you took them?
Well, for me, so I actually have a few pictures to share, which I will share from various cruises when I've taken first time cruisers. But I actually vividly remember the first time I took a first time cruiser after the age of 21. It was myself and my roommate at the time, Justin, and we decided to go on a cruise. I had been on many cruises before that. It had been a while since I had actually been on a cruise of age, but I had been on cruises. He had never been on one before. We decided to take a bro cruise together because we were both single at the time, and that was actually where we met my friend Savio back in 2011, actually on the Carnival Imagination. And I just remember pulling up, and he was like, "Is that where we're staying for the next 5 days?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "We have to go through a line and everything, but yeah, that's where we're staying." He's like, "Oh man, that thing is huge." And it was the Imagination, which is, it's not the biggest ship, it's not the smallest ship, but yeah, he thought it was just humongous. And his face the first time that we walked into the after we got onto the ship, he was just like, wow. He looked in the atrium, he was like, "This thing is humongous."
And that's one thing about those classes of ships, the atriums. I mean, it goes up for 10, 11 stories, and you're looking like straight up, and it's like, wow. Because I remember the first time I saw it, and everybody, I mean, whenever you bring somebody on, that's the first thing they do, it, and their mouth is wide open as they look up, and like in awe.
He wanted to ride the glass elevator. That was the first thing that he wanted to do. We went in the glass elevator. Rode all the way
Guilty.
Guilty. Yeah, me too. Me too. Well, let me see here. I'll actually share that. Let me share that.
Okay. Orange Cone vlog. My first cruise was on Oasis, and I looked at the ship in amazement from the terminal. And when we got on, we went right to the bar in the solarium and just took it all in. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Down under cruisers, when I took my mom and dad on their first cruise, their eyes were like dinner plates. Exactly. Bill, I thought it was a yacht, a very big yacht. That would have been a big yacht. Did I miss somebody? Cruising on the high seas. Welcome in. Welcome in. I read your comment and didn't even, I read the name wrong. Traveling Check. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in.
Traveling Check. Welcome in.
And I'm skipping over some of the comments because we're going to go ahead and start getting into this topic a little bit. But I just want to catch up on the chat as much as I can. Clock Family says they're going on a MSC for the first time November 19th. I'm going to be on that ship with Mike. And we're going to have a blast. Mike, I'm taking notes now. I'm writing up a script now for our lives. Cruising
I
with
wish I
Keith, my
could fit
first.
that one in, Bill. I wish I could fit that one in.
I wish you could too. My first Cruising with Keith, my first ship was the NCL Gem. I thought it was. It says H. I'm gonna say huge. Najuma Brown, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. And I'm going down here. Lady CZ, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Retno Tatic, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. I always like to see new names, new faces in here.
Some new names, yeah. I like
And
that.
for those of you that are just coming in, and if you're new, if you don't mind hitting the like button, then we'd appreciate it. We're sharing this out on 2 channels, my channel, Warmstrong Adventures, and Controversial Cruising. So if you can maybe go to both and hit like on both of them, we'd appreciate it. Also, if you're new and haven't subscribed, if you like what you're hearing, maybe you'll think about subscribing. It won't cost you anything, and it really helps the channel out. Cruise Vet says, I love those atriums with the glass elevators that go all the way up.
I love them.
And
They're always
if I
empty.
skip over you,
Like my last
Yeah.
couple cruises, they've literally been the expressway up and down.
Cruising Scene, welcome in. Our first cruise, 2009, on the Fantasy. We were hooked after that. First cruise was on Ecstasy, and I was hooked. I didn't think cruise ships could get better.
And they are.
And I am skipping through some of the comments because I appreciate you guys having all these great comments. A lot of you are saying hi to each other and telling your first ships. If we get a chance, we're gonna come back to them.
First ships. Wow, was the imagination? Can't believe she's still sailing.
And I'm gonna stop it right there. And I'm gonna share this picture. You have a picture here.
Yes.
Let's see what we got going on here.
A couple pictures actually. So this was on the Imagination, and this was my friend Justin and El Jefe / Savio, the young Savio. Actually, the young myself, to be honest with you. This is about 10, 12, I don't know, actually more like 15, 16 years ago now. 2011. No, not 16, sorry, 12. But yeah, long time ago. And I took Justin on his very first cruise, and man, he was just in awe the entire 5 days that we were there. We just went to Cozumel, Mexico, and I'm forgetting the other port we went to, but it was somewhere over there in Mexico. Super easy cruise.
Right.
He was worried about getting seasick, actually, was his big thing. We had gone fishing. We're both from Long Island, so we had gone fishing a few times, and he had gotten seasick on the little ships, on little boats, excuse me, not ships, on little boats. So he was worried about that, but he took some Dramamine with him, and he actually didn't get sick, and he was fine. And now he's hooked. He has a baby, and he is recently married, so cruising has kind of been on the halt for him. But yeah,
Okay.
I got hooked after that cruise, to tell you the truth.
Now, you say he took Dramamine. Was that your idea or his idea?
That was my idea, actually. Before the cruise, he asked me, should he bring any motion sickness pills or any motion sickness anything. I told him to bring the pills and the patches both, and then he'll be able to choose when he's on the ship. And he just did it the first second he got on. He put the patch on, didn't even think about it, and he wasn't sick at all. So he did it kind of as a preventative before he even was to get motion sick, let's just say. So, but he was definitely worried about it. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Very worried about it.
We got Ross, Orange Cone Vlog. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say that. I used to only do Disney parks, the dark side, cruising the light side. Change that. Now I am on the light side and will never go back to the dark side.
Ooh.
Only. He said only. That means he's not giving up cruising. He still will go back to the dark side. I like Disney parks. They're getting expensive, but I haven't been in a while, and I'd like to go.
Let's see this one. So
everybody's saying hi, cruising down here.
Stop
Uncle
on
Dave
that.
saying hello.
Let's do this one. I want to show this one here. I'll save that one for last. So let's show this one here. This one's actually a really good one to show. That one.
And
Just
I'm gonna go through the comments right before I pull that one up. Rock the Boat. Our first ship was the NCL Epic, and it was amazing.
ooh, it's no
Cruising with Keith and Knicks. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. We're talking sports.
better.
Rock the boat. Rock the boat.
From New York, Keith.
Scott is that a Bud Light I see?
No, it's not a Bud Light. It's a grapefruit Truly. It's not Bud Light, Brady. Come on, you know better.
Scott McNeil, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. He's saying hi to everybody. Journeys with June and Brady. Our first cruise was 1996. Brady got incredibly sunburned. I stayed seasick, and we didn't go back for 10 years.
Hmm.
My first cruise, I was seasick the very first day. Second day, towards the evening time, they told me to take some Dramamine. I started taking some Dramamine that they gave me. I've been cruising ever since. I was like a new man.
And my June is my aunt, but ironically, actually, my aunt on that same side, she actually had something pretty similar when she went with my mom for the first time. She fell asleep on the beach, which was her fault. She got incredibly sunburned and didn't go back for about 8 years. And then we went on a family cruise again, and she was fine. But yeah, that's kind of ironic.
My mom passed away 1999, and I always wish she was supposed to go on a cruise with me, but she never did, and I didn't get a chance to take her. I think she would have been amazed at the size of the ship. She loved the water. She loved fishing. Not that she would have been fishing off the cruise ship, but I always wanted to take her. But now, taking my kids and then taking my grandkids, my granddaughter. I mean, she always talks about the cruise and wants to go on a cruise. She's getting a little spoiled. I mean, it's going to be tough.
Yes.
And her and her cousins, they're having a birthday party on Allure of the Seas in April.
Oh.
And I mean, there's no going back. She's going to be spoiled.
Are you going on that one?
I am going on that one.
Nice. Okay.
I can't wait.
First time.
Their first cruise?
No, her first cruise.
No. She went on Carnival Sunrise with me beginning of this year or last year around October sometime. Uncle Dave says my first cruise was in 2016 on the Triumph.
Ooh,
had a time of my life. The rest is history. Orange Ross. I'm gonna start saying Ross instead of Orange Cone Vlog. I never got seasick, but I'm prepared with sea bands and Bomine, and I never had to use it. We had rough seas one night, and I wrote it out. Yeah, I'm the same way. I have it with me just in case, and if anybody else on the ship needs it.
Mm-hmm.
Cruise vet. I tried to get my mom on a cruise for a long time, but she just wouldn't go. Yeah. Bill subscriptions are now free.
Just to echo on that real quick, that's it. Like, I mean, we have so many friends and family, right, that are like right on the edge, that are like toe dippers. And sometimes, Mike, and I'm talking to everybody in the chat, but Mike, sometimes it just takes like, them seeing a few ads on Instagram or them seeing a few of your videos to finally just be like, all right, Mike, I think I'm ready. And you're like, right, we're ready for what? Ready to go on a cruise. You're like, oh, there it is. Like, that's kind of what this live is sort of about. So,
right. We got Lovey's Fat Life. Welcome in, Lovey's Fat Life. Appreciate you being here, my friend. Thanks for showing us support.
Yes.
And for those that don't know, if you're in Warren Strong Adventures chat, if you type #strong, that will drop your link. Scott, do you use Nightbot yet?
I don't use Nightbot yet. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. Hashtag anything, and I don't know. Cheers.
Well, just make sure you go over to his channel and check him out. Again, we're all trying to grow in here, and just we love having conversations about cruising. So come check us out. And if you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. But make sure you hit that like button today.
That's right.
And now let's get to that other picture that you had here. Add to the stage. There we go.
The stage. So this one's actually really cool. So again, we see El Jefe there. A trend is I like to cruise with El Jefe at least once or twice a year, or a contract, I should say. My friend Nick and Julia, they are a couple in the back. They are experienced cruisers. I think they're both platinum by now. I've cruised with them probably 3 or 4 times. They're a real fun time. They're awesome. They know their way around ports. Nick is a very intelligent guy, and Julia definitely does not let him get away with any of the BS, and will call him out immediately, and it's absolutely funny. My buddy, who I have my arm around there, is my old roommate here in Arizona, who used to live with me here and doesn't live with me here anymore. And he also was on the fence for quite a while. He had saw me cruise, I think 2 or 3 times in the course of living with me before finally saying, "Hey, I think I want to go on a cruise with you." We were both single at the time, and I said, "Okay, like if you're ready, let's go." He's like, "Yeah, let's just go on like a nice easy one. I think I can get 4 to 5 days off work." I said, "Cool." We ended up going on. This was the Carnival Breeze, I believe. We went out of Port Canaveral, if I'm not mistaken. We
You
went.
have such a good memory. I
I,
I would
I,
never be able to tell you.
I tried. And yeah, he had a blast. He honestly thought we were joking when we pulled up. He thought we were going to be on like a ferry sized boat for the
Right, right.
entire week, and he literally thought I was joking when I said that's our ship. He's like, "Okay, no, like for real, like where's our ship?" Right there. He's like, "No, like the one we're staying on, man. Like stop, like." It's like, no way. Got on. I mean, the rest of it's history. I mean, we can already see how um, lightly intoxicated we are in that picture. We started
I
off
noticed that there's
shots.
kind of theme
Yeah.
with you.
So
There's kind of theme with you and your pictures. There's always a bar in the background. Coincidence? I don't think so.
we can blame that on Savio, sort of, kind of.
No,
I mean, we overgot the
sure.
package, but okay, so we'll stop sharing that one. That one was really cool. He actually, the reason why this is so cool, and to connect the dots there, he actually just took his girlfriend, my friend Jeff, on a romantic anniversary, let's call it anniversary cruise for them. Out here on the West Coast, he took her on the
Okay.
Panorama because she is actually Mexican and she wanted to go down the Mexican Riviera and kind of relive and visit some of the
Yeah.
culture. And they went on a 7-day cruise, I believe, out on the Panorama. Or 5 days? No, it was a 7-day. And he texted me some pictures while they were there. And man, he had such a blast. He was like, "Again, thank you for introducing me to cruising. I would have never really thought about this unless you had taken me on a cruise." I said to his girlfriend now, "I want to take you on this anniversary cruise to the Mexican Riviera." And she was just like, "Yes, absolutely." So that is why that particular story is so cool. So I will share one more. This is actually kind of funny. And the reason why I want to end with this one, and then we'll get
I'm gonna
to
run down this chat real quick.
yeah.
Lovey's Fat Life. I use Nightbot. Is that a new function for them? The only Lovey, the only thing I use Nightbot for is to drop links, so my moderators don't have to do it. You can, it's a code where you type in hashtag. Well, you can type in anything you want, but usually it's a hashtag and a word, and it dropped their link for them. And so now the moderators can just watch the chat for me. Most of the time, or drop a link if I ask them, a specific link I want them to drop. Bone Tired Travelers, welcome in.
Hey, Denise.
Trish the Natural, thanks for coming in.
Hey, Trish.
And Cruise Vet says, great picture.
Thanks, Mike. I got one more really
Everybody's
fun.
saying hi, Trish the Natural. Together we travel. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being here. Hey, Lovey's Fat Life. Are you in Scott's room? So hashtag. Oh, thank you, Mike. The hashtag strong will only work in my chat, but you can still go over to Controversial Cruising and still go over there and like it. And
you can drop your link in there. Somebody
if
can
you
copy paste it too, or
Note
find
says she'll be right back. Love, yeah, you have to set it up. It's a code. I'll get it to you. It's just a code that you have to put in Nightbot. You put it in there, give it a name, and then pick the word that you want them to type in. It's simple. I'll go over that with you.
Is it free?
Yeah, it's free. Scott, we set yours up too.
I don't know.
Shady Birdie who just made platinum on our next cruise in next 2 weeks. Nice.
Because of our Alaska cruise. Yes.
Andre Southgate, the boxing expert, is in the house. Welcome in, Andre. He's from all the way from New Zealand. It's probably nighttime over there, or very early in the morning. I appreciate him being in here.
Welcome, Andre.
Oh, okay, I thought it was a auto function now with Nightbot to post their channel. No, it's like a one-line code that you have to type in there. So it's simple.
I'm so bad at self-promoting. That's why I never set up Nightbot, and I don't know. I figured
Well,
if you want to find
easy.
somebody in the chat, you'll find them.
But it's tough. If you're not a moderator, you can't really go to the channel, and if they have a common name, you can't do it. So Nightbot makes it kind of easy. Bill, would you share the hashtag script? Yeah. Ross, just let me know when you want. Anybody who wants to, just let me know, hit me up, and yeah, you can get it. It didn't cost me anything. Somebody helped me out. So Devil Dog, he's a channel that he helped me out with that. So I gladly share with you guys. I'm no expert at it. I think Jeremy from JMS Adventures did a class on it. Bill, you were about to read my last message about subscribing. I think it was that the one about, was it free? And I think we went in there, but then we just started talking. Rob, I'm not going to go back and try to find it because I don't think I could right now.
Chat is going crazy.
Yeah, I'm just going down here by saying hi. Eddie Lugo, be right there, cooking.
Okay.
And Journeys with June and Brady. I don't even have videos, but I'll share our link. We will have some after Venezia.
Yes, you will.
Maybe even while we're on there. That'd be nice.
Here you go.
Jeremy class on it, and we'll help you, Ross. Yes, I think Jeremy was better at it than I am. I just know the code, and I do the code. But Jeremy seemed to know quite a bit about Nightbot and the spam protectors and all the other good stuff. But yeah, Nightbot, if you have Nightbot already set up, it's a one-line code, and then you pick the word that you want people to type in to drop their link. Usually you do a hashtag because what happens is if you pick a word, say I picked strong, well, anytime anybody said the word strong, it would drop their link. Even though they didn't really want that, it would just drop it. So Bruce, Ocean, welcome in, Bruce. Appreciate you being here, my friend. The travel advisor extraordinaire. I'm a travel advisor, and I still go to Bruce. that's how good Bruce is. Cruising on Rob, subscribe is now free. I should have waited, as it cost me a beer to join your channel, which I still need to pay for you. Well, again, Booze Cruise, beer, I'm in. You will be. I let you pay me on the Booze Cruise. Eddie, American dish, nuggets and fries. It's nice. That's kind of like when having drawings. Yes. Bruce, anytime. Okay. Picture. Let me get that picture.
Last one, and then we'll get to our topic.
There we go.
Yes. So this is actually a college roommate of mine, going backtracking now, but one of my favorite times to cruise is actually coming up. I won't be cruising on that time, but it is Halloween. I love dressing up. I am like a little kid at heart. So this picture definitely encapsulates everything from bringing a first-time cruiser to melding that with the perfect time, in my opinion, to go cruising. I dressed up as Leslie Chow, and my friend here dressed up as Alan. The Hangover, we got him the shirt and everything. I got myself the exact sweatshirt and everything. So I thought that was pretty funny. He had an absolute blast. He actually went in with no expectations. I don't think he had the reaction that I thought he was going to have. But now thinking back on it, he definitely takes everything in as it comes to him. So I think he really more had an internal reaction rather than an external reaction. But he cruised one more time with me, but he definitely was not a permanent cruiser after this. He more or less saw more value in going to all inclusives. So he's taken his girlfriends to all inclusives after, and definitely shared the cruising love with me, going with me. But he said that it would probably not be something that he did by himself. So, but to each their own. So.
And let me go here. Orange Cone Vlog. Big announcement. The Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise landing page is up and ready for people to subscribe for email updates. For those that don't know, Ross, Orange Cone Vlog, is having a big rock and roll tribute band cruise on the Wonder of the Seas, I believe in November of 25. And they got 1,000 cabins. And I guess that page is up. I'm trying to think. Destination Fun, if you're in here, or any moderator, if you could drop the link to that, it'd be appreciated. But just as you know, I have to wait 5 minutes. Yeah, I get on the deal I got in the casino. I drink for free in the casino, so it's like a 5-minute pause or something like that between drinks.
In between drinks, yeah.
Just half the wolf pack was there. Come on now. Shan Retirement, welcome in, my friend. I appreciate you being here. Well, Keon, you want to tell us anything about Keon?
See, so Keone, who just popped up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Keone. My bad.
Keone, who just popped up in the chat earlier. I actually got that text that I love so much about 6 months ago. The I'm ready text. He was a coworker of mine. Now we do not work together anymore, but he is was a coworker of mine, and he had seen me go on cruises before. He was like, I'm not quite ready, but when I'm ready, I know who I'm cruising with first. Okay, I've heard that before, and people sometimes they don't show back up. So I was like, okay. And 6 months ago, I finally got that. Hey, I need a vacation. I'm ready. Okay. So I was like, I think I actually have the perfect cruise for you. I have a small group cruise at the end of this year, November 9th on the Carnival Valor. The reason why I chose that ship is because it is just going from New Orleans straight to Cozumel and back. So I figured anybody who was worried about getting seasick, anybody who was worried about being on a ship too long, this is that perfect toe dipper cruise for someone like Keone. And also, he is a little bit younger than myself, so I think he's 28, 27, 28, maybe 30. But it is that 4 4 day cruise really brings the younger partier demographic. So I also know that cruise for him too.
What about us old partiers? It brings us out too.
You still party too. Everyone say in the chat, you get down, you wobble, you say not anymore. It's like, yeah, no, we know, Bill. You were the first one out there. We know.
Anywho. Can't Stop Walking made it in. Welcome. Thanks for coming in here, Darian. Everybody saying hi. Scratchy Pete made it in.
I believe he may or may not still be here, Keone. But I do know, I asked him, I said, hey, listen, I am doing a show with Bill tomorrow, and I would love to hear some questions that you had as a first-time cruiser. Now, I also do know we have a large cruising community here, but there are many in the chat that still could be considered first-time cruisers. Now, first-time cruisers can even be somebody who has taken a cruise before, but has taken a really long time off in between that is dipping their toes in. Or you may be somebody that is also like myself going to cruise with a first-time cruiser like Keone. So he has sent us 8 questions. We're going to go through the 8 questions. We are also going to ask you guys in the chat if you have any first-time cruiser questions as well. And yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty good segment here. So thank you, Keone, if you were still in here for submitting these questions.
Keone, thank you. Sorry for butchering your name, Keone. Are you ready for the first question, Scott?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Though.
Ooh, I know I'll have a consistent cruiser with me on my first cruise, but how early should we be getting there? I don't want to miss my boat, you know?
Now, see, that's a smart young man. When he's talking about missing the boat and getting there early, I like that. To me, that sounds like he actually did a little bit of homework.
Oh, he's doing a lot of homework. He's doing a lot of homework for sure. So what? How early would you get to the ship, Bill? What would be your perfect answer for Keone?
Well, I would get to the port a day early, but get to the ship. I'm an early bird, and I want to get on the ship as soon as I can. So if my check-in time is 11, I'm going to be there at 10. They're not going to leave without me. I understand that. I like to get on the ship as early as possible and get the vacation started officially. How about yourself, Scott?
I agree. I mean, when I'm going by myself, there's sometimes when I have to fly in the same exact day. This is not one of those cases. So the proper answer is the day before. So you know that you were there, whether you go out on Bourbon Street, because this is New Orleans that we were talking about, that Keone and myself will be flying into. So whether you decide to go out in Bourbon Street or whether you decide to just have a night in the hotel, it just assures you that you are there, that you're not going to miss the ship, that you're going to be there, because at the end of the day, flights get canceled, weather happens. You are traveling in November, which is kind of hurricane season for a lot of the regions of the United States. So these are some things that you have to keep in mind. Of course, always getting travel insurance, but keeping those things in mind that something could happen to your trip during hurricane season. So I would always say get to the port the day before if you absolutely can. And what he also doesn't know is he has a faster to the fun, because I am platinum. So we can basically show up anytime, and we have what they call priority check-in. But we will be arriving there probably about 11:30. So to answer his question.
Well, I guess if he's still here, he knows now.
He knows.
No more secrets here.
Yes.
Let's go to question number 2.
What should I be wearing? What kind of what attire should I bring? Is there any like formal situations, or is it just mostly hanging out in my trunks?
Good question.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and answer that one first.
All right. Well, I'm going to answer this one very broad. I would say dress like it was summer. Now, we live in Arizona, so we basically dress like it's summer all year round. So I would say dress like you are in Arizona, because we are going to be going first to New Orleans, which will first be a little chilly, and then we will be going to Cozumel, which will be a little bit hotter. So I think you still bring a sweatshirt for the night, but you also dress as if it was summer. You won't always be in your swim trunks. You may be lounging around the Lido deck where you are in your swim trunks for part of the day. You may change into shorts. You may change into jeans. However, on a 4-day, I believe, is there a formal night, Bill?
Yeah, I'm sure there's one.
One, right? So if you
Yeah.
would like, Keone, you could definitely bring a formal attire. It doesn't need to be a suit. It can simply be dress pants. It could simply be a nice pair of jeans, a really, really nice pair of jeans, and either a button up or a polo or something like that. But if you want to go all to the nines and you want to bring a suit because you like dressing up, you're totally okay to do that too as well. But yeah, I would just kind of honestly say dress like you are dressing for the summer, because we are cruising to somewhere somewhat tropical. So.
And the one thing I will tell people, the very first day of your cruise, bring like a jacket, take like on a backpack or a bag to carry on the ship. If you check your luggage in, because the air conditioning is on blast, so you might need a jacket, Or if you're coming from a colder climate and you have long pants on, you might want to put a pair of shorts in there so you could change to get out of it. Because if you check your luggage in with the porter, it may be 4 hours before you get your luggage. So just to be on the safe side, I would take a jacket, if you have a sweatshirt on or a hoodie. Like a lot of times in the fall and stuff like that, I'll wear a hoodie down and have a t-shirt underneath where I can take the hoodie off and stick it in my backpack and have a t-shirt on.
Very smart. Or even if you know that you would like a second change of clothes or something that's a little bit lighter, short sleeves or something like that, you could put that in your backpack because, like you said, you might not see your suitcase for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours after you give it to the porter. So that's a really good tip, Bill.
Yep. Hey, Felicia, welcome in, Felicia. She's going to be on the booze cruise with us. Yay!
That's going to be cool.
Felicia looks like she can party. So me and Felicia, we're going to hang. I can see some going to the club nights with Felicia.
And if anybody in chat also has responses to these too, I know we have a ton of valuable people here in the cruising community, seasoned and new cruisers both. So make sure to answer too as well. So these questions are not just for us.
And also, if you're just coming in, if you don't mind hitting the like button, I appreciate it. Hit the like button. We're streaming this on 2 channels, Warmstrong Adventures and Controversial Cruising. So if you could hit the like button on both channels, it'd be appreciated. It's supposed to help with the algorithm, help us grow, and that's what we're trying to do. Every week, we try to get better and better and bringing, I forget who says it, giving the people what they want. We're trying to give the people what they want. So do that for us. And if you haven't subscribed to us, think about maybe subscribing if you like what we're talking about and like the content that we're giving, because we're going to be mostly cruise talk. So if you come on and we're going to be talking mostly cruise talk, there'll be a little talking in between. But if you want information or if you have any questions that you want us to talk about, feel free to contact either one of us. On my About page, I have a Instagram, I have my email. And Scott, do you have the same on yours?
I do. All my socials are the same thing, Controversial Cruising, also at gmail.com. So you can reach me.
Yep. Any topic you want us to cover, let us know, and we'll do our best to cover it. And if we can't come up with the information ourselves, we'll find out where we find the answer for you. Yes. And we gladly discuss this. Coming up top with topics every week is a tough thing to do.
Yes, it is.
Scrolls Nest is in the house. I'm contemplating doing my first cruise. Would I have my own bathroom or do I have to use a communal restroom? Scrolls Nest. And again, for new people, they may not know. They may think that, oh no, this is a community bathroom. No, sure. most of the cruises, Carnival, big cruise lines, Norwegian, you'll have your own restroom. It may not be the largest restrooms, but you'll have your own.
You do have your, yes.
Yoni is back in the house. Welcome in, Yoni.
He's listening. I told him he was going to be on the big screen tonight. So.
No surprises here now, Scott. Way to ruin it. Thank you, love you, appreciate that. And I'm just going down the chat real quick. We're gonna get to question number 3.
Yeah, we have 8.
All right, we got 8. So we'll go ahead and get through these.
Ooh, good one. What should I tipping? So like when getting drinks or getting served, like what is the proper way to tip or take care of the person serving you?
Oh,
go first.
I always take some dollar bills. The porter who I give my luggage to, I usually, and you don't have to, but I do. I give them about $5 a bag. Usually I only have one bag, so here's $5. Everybody seems to be happy with that. When you order drinks on a cruise ship, they include an 18% tax, 18% gratuity. And when you're at sea, there's no tax. So they add an 18% gratuity. So you really don't have to tip more than that. If I'm sitting at a bar and I notice my bartender maybe has a heavy hand with his pours, that 18%, then I'll give him another $1 or $2. Take care of the people that take care of you. They don't make these ships are registered outside the United States, so their pay scale may not be what we're accustomed to. So don't be afraid to over tip a little bit. For me, when I'm on a cruise ship. What about you, Scott?
So for every cruise
Uh-oh.
except for my last cruise, because I was, let's just say, um, Alaska-ing on a budget. But besides that, every other cruise than the cruise I was on the last cruise, Uncle Brady, I have a rule. I usually bring 100 singles with me on the cruise solely to give out as tips. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole 18% gratuity. I do have a buddy who works on Carnival. We're not going to go into that whole breakdown of exactly how it is. However, what I will say is I definitely make sure I do not come home with that $100 in singles, whether it goes to the people that are cleaning the handrails, whether it goes to somebody that I have a wonderful conversation with that is serving me in the dining room. It really doesn't matter to me. I make sure I always, and this is a rule that I follow no matter what, even if the Starbucks person flips the thing around to me, I make coffee, but the Starbucks lady flips it around to me, I'll tip if I feel like she deserves a tip. And honestly, I feel like
Exactly.
our culture in general has gotten so tip heavy, especially the United States has gone so tip heavy that, I mean, you're literally just opening a can for somebody and asking for a 20% tip. So I believe you tip when you feel it's necessary, but always being ready and making sure that, you don't have to write it on the slip, because I've been caught there. $3 here, $2 here, $3 here. You don't think that it adds up, but by the end of your cruise, you realize you ended up tipping $400 instead of the $100 because you physically saw the dollar bills going out of your pocket. So that's kind of my rule. I always bring $100 in singles. I always leave my tips on there, the tips that are included at the second to last day or the first to last day, that is put on there. Keone, just to let you know, there'll be a tipping service gratuity charge on your sign and sale card on your bill at the end of our cruise. The last day you'll be charged, I think on a 4-day cruise, a little upwards of $100, like $99 or $80 or something like that, per day. And those tips basically get split up between everybody on the ship. So again, be that what it may, and do with that information what you want. But again, I have the $100 tipping rule, and that's usually what I bring with me. And I try my hardest. If I am caught without it, I do have to write it, but I try my hardest to physically tip in cash, in dollar bills, with that $100 throughout my cruise. If it's something crazy like a 10-day or a 14-day cruise, I may bring 200, but I haven't gotten there yet. So no journey cruises like Bill.
Again, I do the same. The tipping is the same, and it's like whatever, like the service. Like I said, if you sit at a bar and they're taking good care of you, good conversation, a dollar or two is generally is not going to hurt you too much.
Yep.
Cruise, Carnival Cruise Addicts. I love the name, by the way, because I'm crazy for Carnival myself. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here, my friend. Love you's fat life. If I'm in the casino, I tip large and say big, big, a drink every, probably bring a drink every 15 minutes. I do. I do. I drink free in the casino, but it's like, hey, whatever the length is, I forget how long it is, 5, 15 minutes, whatever it is, keep the drinks coming. If you keep them coming, the tips will keep going out towards you. So I agree with Lovey on that one.
And you want to know another weird tipping, not weird, but let's say another tipping culture that I was kind of introduced to on this last Luminosa cruise? Tipping the entertainment. And I know there's a question about entertainment, but tipping the entertainers as far as requests, because there was a lot of times that people would request very, very, very popular song. Let's just say like Roxanne. Like, come on, everybody knows Roxanne, or at least the chorus, right? But if you did not throw the $5 out there, or even a couple dollars out there, they would say, oh, we don't know that song. But then they would play it the very next day. So it was almost like if you didn't show the money, they didn't know the song, which I hadn't really ever run into before. There was a couple musicians on the cruise that did not do that. No matter what, they would play the song that you requested. And I know that people do work for tips. Now, obviously, all these musicians, right, are making a wage. They're also working on tips, and the tip cup is out there. And I get it, right? I definitely tip them, but it's almost like almost every song, they're looking for, a tip, or they're not going to sing a song that somebody had requested. They're just going to sing another song that's on their track or their set or their playlist or whatnot. So that was just something that I experienced this Luminosa cruise as far as tipping goes. So I say that
The only entertainers that I tipped that I can was like at the piano bar, and you make a request at the piano bar. I would throw a $5 bill up there and request a song or something like that. The other entertainers, I don't recall ever. I don't think I've ever tipped them. Felicia had a good question. What about prepaid gratuities?
Do you prepay your gratuities, or do you?
I usually don't.
Okay.
I usually let them take them out. But again, certain people, they take out a certain amount, whatever, $16 a day, roughly. I don't know exactly, roughly $16 a day for the gratuities, and that's split up between the crew. How it's split up, I don't know. That's your cabin steward, your waiters, and all the other staff workers that they have. Somehow it's split up. For people that serve me directly, the waiters and my cabin steward, I would, on top of that, slip them some money afterwards. So I mean, when I get personal service, I tip a little bit more, because again, a lot of times they're not making a whole heck of a lot of money, and all those tips, it just means a lot to them. And if they're nice to me and they're kind to me, and if they're making my towel animals, like a lot of people in here like every night for me, I give them a little bit extra. My opinion. You don't have to,
No.
but I do. And I'm not breaking the bank, Felicia. Extra 20 here or whatever over a 7-day cruise, something like anything would be appreciated. But you don't have to. The prepaid gratuities, you should be good for not mandatory, but for tipping. However, when you start getting your drinks, if you don't have the drink package, there's a 18% that every time you get it, it's going to be included in that price of that drink. So it's up to you whether you want to tip above and beyond that. And one day, it sounds like me and Scott, we're going to have a talk about where the tips actually go, because he knows people that work on the ship. Carnival is horrible about signing papers. It's 2023, Carnival. Come on, man.
True, Lovey. So true. You ain't wrong.
Let's see. I'm just going on chat real quick. Chris Ramos, welcome in. Ramos, thank you for being here, my friend. It's a Facebook friend of mine, new Facebook friend of mine. I appreciate you being here.
If you feel like somebody did a service, like Bill said, and for example, on the Luminosa, the girl who made my sushi, the sushi girl, I went to her every single day, and they gave her $1 to $2 every single day, because she knew that I liked the spicy mayo from the spicy tuna on the California roll, and she would sub out the wasabi mayo for the spicy mayo. And I just thought that was just so nice. And every day she made a special roll, and every day I gave her $1. And I guarantee you, she knew that I was coming there every single day. So
I will. I just thought about it. Lovey just he brought back a memory of mine. Actually, I went to the club. I just started doing YouTube, and the DJ was playing all the hits, all my hits. I mean, I loved it. So I went up and I bought him whatever he was drinking. I said, "What are you drinking? I'm buying it for you." And I bought him a drink. And he said, do you do YouTube? I said, yeah. He said, and this is the middle of the club, everybody's in there. Hey, what's the name of your YouTube channel? Let me shout you out. I said, no, that's all right.
No, that's right.
I said, no, that's all right. I didn't want the attention on me, because I had my camera and I was videotaping him and got him drink. And he wanted, and I said, I wouldn't do that now, but I had just started YouTube, and I'll never forget that.
That's funny.
Okay, let's go. I'm going to skip through some of these conversations and run by another video real quick.
Question number
4. Question number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And cost. From what I understand, cruises can, I'm sure, be pricey. What is the ballpark of how much funds I should bring? Like what the cost of the cruise activities should be? And cost. From what I understand.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and run with that one first.
Cost. So I would say we are only going, and I'm going to talk about this cruise specific to Keone. I would say in the range of $200 to $300 as far as spending money. I don't perceive that you're even going to spend close to that. But to have that, I would say a couple $100, especially if you plan on maybe gambling a little bit. I know my Uncle Brady showed me the proper way to gamble, so I know I'm going to try to hit some of those slot machines. He's probably smiling right now watching this. Hit some of those slot machines on the Valor and get my $3,033 that I've been manifesting since August. So if you plan to follow me, Keone, I would bring a little bit extra, but about $200-300 to bring some souvenirs back, eat some authentic Cozumel Mexican food, because we are going to end up meeting up with a close friend of mine who lives in Cozumel, who I met at Fat Tuesdays. I believe she's still a bartender there, but maybe only part-time. She's going to take us to some of the more local bars and show us a good time around Cozumel. So probably not too much spending money. But again, that's really up to you. We are also spending the night before in New Orleans, and I have some friends from YouTube and some other friends that are going to meet us in New Orleans. So we are definitely going to be going out for drinks. So take that into account too. So a couple $100. I don't know. I'm going to answer that really, really broad, but a couple $100.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you do. If you gamble, I'm gonna take gambling out of it. Depends on how much you drink. Me, I don't really buy souvenirs. So, I usually it's drink money and food money, like when I get off the cruise ship. So, how much is the lunch going to cost you? $20, $25 probably, unless you go to a nicer restaurant.
Yeah.
Another, $50, $40 or $50 in drinks. So that, multiply that by the ports, how much you going to drink on the cruise ship.
We're getting
it all depends. Yeah, well, again, with the drink package, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Yep.
So again, Carnival Cruise Addicts, you're a cheap date. I'm the same, but I am. I know he's talking about you, but I am a cheap date also. So, as my shirt says, it is what it is. I'm a cheap date. I'm gonna go ahead and run through another question real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh. Ooh, entertainment. What kind of entertainment should I be looking forward to? Music wise or play wise, whatever. Just what type of entertainment can you typically look forward to going on a cruise?
Some of your favorite entertainment, Bill?
You know what? I love music a lot of time, and mostly I cruise Carnival, but they'll have like some violin players playing in the atrium, a little 2-piece ensemble where they're playing like the latest music. The Luminosa had a Luminosa rock or Luminosa band. For me, I love going to the piano bar, and then they have production shows, musicals where they perform a lot of music. So there's a ton of music on there. So that's, for me, that's what I mostly do, is just listen to music and have a drink and relax.
Yep, absolutely. To echo on that, one of my favorite things to do was to actually get sushi and sit in the lobby bar of the Luminosa and listen to the live music. I'm more of a cover band type of 80s type of music person. And they definitely did that in the atrium bar. So I would always get about 5 or 6 o'clock before dinner. We had late dinner, but when I get a sushi roll 5 or 6 o'clock, I would sit there and I would listen to live music. I will probably do that on this cruise as well, Keone. And to echo on the production playlist shows, I know there'll be one called America Rocks, which is, again, all 80s rock, like it's an 80s rock tribute. They do change up the show a little bit. I just saw the one in August, so I'm pretty sure it will be the same one, but I make sure that I always see that. There's another show which I'll be posting about on my channel here shortly called Love and Marriage. I always go to that because that is always hilarious. It's definitely something to take a drink with you to, and just laugh, because they ask for a newlywed couple. They ask for a couple that's been married like 15 to 30 years. And then they ask for a couple that's been married like forever. And it's just funny. It's kind of unfiltered. They kind of, in a way, let them go as long as it's not too X rated. So I'll make sure that I always go to that. And then if you do like trivia, like I do myself, there are various trivias around the ship too as well that I like to participate in, because you get this little golden ship on a stick that you can carry around. And yeah, there we go. Bill's got one. Yeah, I got one too. But that you can carry around and say that you have a 24-karat gold plastic ship on a stick. And sometimes they even give you a medallion now. They've changed over from the plastic ships on a stick to a medallion, which I'm pretty sure Bill has somewhere too. So you can wear that and say, I'm the Friends Trivia Champion. Yep, exactly that. Or the, I don't know, the Disney Trivia Champion or whatever. That is definitely part of the entertainment. There's also some other little shows too as well. There's like Ask the Crew, where there'll be some crew members that will come up with microphones, and you can ask them about their life on the ship, how it is, relationships, all this other things, how they live on the ship, how they make extra money, all this other things you want to ask them. So there's definitely a lot of things to do as far as entertainment goes on the ship. And I mean, we can do some of those entertainment things together, but we can also do some things alone as well, because we have different interests. I'm sure we're different humans. So, but yeah, a lot of entertainment on the ship, Keone. You're gonna really like it. I know he's
Keone, yes, they do have a gym on there, and they have a spa on there, so don't worry about that. Lovey's Fat Life. I'm gonna just run through this real quick. The Ocean Plaza, ships that have Ocean Plaza, I love Ocean Plaza for their entertainment. They have bands down there, and the Luminosa had one of the best bands that I've seen down there. The Luminosa band, I love that. It's a great place. It's go there, relax, listen to some good music. You know, people watch. I mean, the Ocean Plaza was a great place.
If I couldn't find my uncle on the Luminosa and he wasn't in the casino, I would go right past to the Ocean Plaza and he'd just be sitting there.
Exactly. The Ocean Plaza is usually right by the casino, so it's perfect. Uncle Dave listened to the string trio in the atrium.
Yeah. They do have a nice gym actually on the Valor. Believe it or not, I looked it up. I've never been on the Valor, but I looked and I was like, oh, that's a pretty good, pretty big sized gym. So Keone, yeah, you could.
What about movies on the Lido deck? Lovey's coming through with the facts. They have what is it called?
Movie Under the Stars or something like that. What do they call that now?
They have a name for it. I can't remember, but they also have like movies on they probably start about 6 p.m. Sometimes they have one in the afternoon, but like on the Lido deck, they'll play a movie over the loudspeakers and you watch a movie, which is nice. And Together We Travel talk about the comedy shows. So there's a ton of shows out there. You won't get bored.
I mentioned those. Yeah, I forgot. There are comedy shows too, Keone, for entertainment. Comedy. There's also which I know you probably won't be into, but there's art auction shows too. There's tons and tons of entertainment. They make sure that you are not bored on the ship, believe me. Oh, one of my favorite too, there's a live morning show, I think. I don't know if it's every day, but it's definitely the first day and the last day of the cruise. And I am probably one of 15 people that actually go to it live, but it's definitely one of my favorite things to do on the ship because it's a hilarious live morning
Carnival show. Cruise Addicts for the Win, Dive-In Theater.
Mm-hmm.
That is the name of the theater, and they show it on the big screen on the Lido deck, and I enjoy watching it out there. And as somebody said, Journeys with June and Brady. They used to give you free popcorn. Now they charge you like $3 for this little bag of popcorn. It's not worth it, in my opinion. So I don't get the popcorn anymore, but I still get it. If it's a little chilly at night, you can go get a blanket They have a little blanket that you can show your card and get a blanket. So how about we do one more and get ready to call this a night, because Shanster Travels, I know, is having her live right now.
Let's do it.
So let's get another one over here real quick.
And the people, the environment, like what type of environment or people will I be looking forward to meeting or being around? I know my mom has gone on a few cruises, and she's met some everlasting friends on those cruises. So what type of environment is that going to feel like?
Go ahead, Scott.
Well, I mean, I guess this is a special question for me because I guess I've met some of my best friends on cruises too. Whether it's taking them on cruises, but also meeting people on cruises that I've stayed in everlasting connections with. Some of them may have been cruise flings that are now getting married to other people, and I may have received a wedding invitation from one of those people right before I got on the Luminosa. Maybe, or maybe not. Just saying. However, I have gotten some very, very wonderful relationships from cruising. I share the love of cruising with my aunt, who is in the chat, my uncle, who is in the chat. Hopefully get to share it with my parents again, if they will ever either find a way to hit the lotto and get me on Princess, or cruise with me again on Carnival. But it's definitely a special thing.
And that's the beauty of it, like a cruise ship. You just meet so many different type of people: extroverts, introverts, people that like to drink, people that don't like to drink, people that want to get in the pool all day and be in the hot tub all day. People don't want to see the water; they stay in the room. You run into so many different types of people, and if you just open up a little bit, if you want to, and if you want to be by yourself, that's fine. But if you open up just a little bit and just say hi to the person next to you, oh, where are you from? A lot of times I'll wear, like it's football season, I'm gonna have a jersey on. You know how many times I get stopped because of Detroit Lion jersey? Oh, you losers, and nah. And then I look at whatever jersey they're wearing, and we go back and forth, and we laugh and joke, go watch the game, grab a beer, and you don't even know the people, but it's just, you have so much fun. And I get, it brings me down when I see people show these video clips of people arguing and fighting on a cruise ship, and people think that that's the way it is on a cruise ship. That's only happened a couple of times that I've seen on a cruise ship. Not saying it doesn't happen, but majority of the time you're around a bunch of nice people that want to sit there and have a good time because they're on vacations just like you are. My experience.
Same. Yep. 99% of the people that are there just want to talk. Either just want to be heard, want to talk, are there, just want to socialize, or are on vacation just like you. So I've met, again, some of my closest friends from cruising, on a cruise, or they work on a cruise. So.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me see if I skipped over one real quick.
Ooh, entertainment. What kind of and cost? From what I understand, cruises can, I'm sure, be priced.
I don't know. Did we catch them all? We probably caught them all.
Yeah, we might have caught them all.
It seemed like I might have skipped one or something. But anyway, it's getting late in the day. People that are in here, if you don't mind hitting the like button, we really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. This is a cruise talk with Warm Strong Adventures and Controversial Cruising. We appreciate it so much. Also, we're broadcasting on or streaming on 2 channels. So if you hit the like button on both channels, it'll mean a lot to us, because we both want our channels to grow, so we can bring more content to you. Again, hopefully you liked what you heard tonight. If you have, think about going to both of our channels and subscribing. And we'll be here next week, 7 p.m. Eastern time and 4 p.m. Pacific time with a new topic. We don't know what the topic will be yet. And also tomorrow I do a show by myself, Banter with Bill. And I'll be doing a show tomorrow on how to take better pictures on a cruise ship. A lot of us, we always talk about taking pictures and doing pictures. Tomorrow on Banter with Bill at 5 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be talking about how to get better pictures, because a lot of people just point and click, and you look at the pictures. It's like, oh, you could have did better with that picture. And not that I'm a professional photographer or not, but I'm going to be talking about how to get better pictures. Scott, what's going on with you?
Sweet. I'm interested in that one. So tomorrow I have a trivia with Embarkation Nation at 4 o'clock, a cruise and travel trivia. We are going to bring you a cruise trivia, and then we're also going to bring you another fun, different trivia and put a different spin on it. Let's just say as if you were on a cruise going to trivia on a cruise. So we'll just leave it at that. So we have that. And also too, Bill, I heard about a little secret for tomorrow. I believe everybody in this chat, if you want to see a surprise or a really good live tomorrow, I believe that there may be some special guests on Lovey's Fat Life tomorrow. And between me and you, Bill, and everybody in the chat, you guys should just be there.
You know what? I wouldn't miss that show for anything in the world. Definitely, it be there or be square, as they say.
That's right. Be there, be square. Keone said, got most of my questions in depth. Thank you, guys. And yes, Keone, obviously, you have my number. If you have any other questions along the way, let me know. But again, we are going to have the best time on this cruise, and I cannot wait to see your face when you see the Carnival Valor for the 4 days that we're going to be spending on it. So it's coming up.
And that goes for anybody here. If anybody here has a question or any topic that they want us to talk about, let us know. I mean, we always try to come up with topics, but if you something that you want us to talk about, I got to go back and look at the chat because I missed it. But I think Orange Cone Vlog had dropped the topic. So, but let us know, because we'll gladly discuss it and give you to the best of our knowledge, what the answer to your question is. Mommy Laney Vlogs, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. We are getting ready to get out of here. Controversial Cruising Live tomorrow night. That's there. So make sure you click on that link and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it tomorrow. Mommy Laney got the ads playing. Thank you for watching them, Mommy. I appreciate it. Official Jamia, thanks for being here so much. Everybody's getting ready to get out of here. And I don't have the link, but Chancellor Travels is going live right about now. Scott, any final words?
If you hop on over to Chancellor Travel, Cruise Talk Raid, hashtag Cruise Talk Raid, to let her know that you came from our Cruise Talk Wednesday Live. And everybody that missed the back in the day with Bill, it will be back next week, I promise.
We'll get it back next week. Yeah. Well, like I always say at the end of all my lives now, make sure you stay strong and embrace the journey. And we are going to get out of here. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.